The photo of Vinicius Jr. with a well-known rapper has raised eyebrows. What is the connection between the star rapper and the football player? On the surface, it might seem like just another picture between two celebrities. However, there's more to this image than meets the eye. Not every professional is a star, but every star must be a professional. Vinicius Jr. exemplifies professionalism, but will this rapper and his influence elevate Vinicius even further? In Real Madrid terms, can this association turn Vinicius into a galactico? Under Florentino Perez's leadership, only those who become galacticos can truly shine at Real Madrid.
Los pilares para triunfar en el Real Madrid, él sabe a dónde viene, Jesús.
Él tiene claro que llega a la cima del fútbol mundial.
Vinicius' arrival at Real Madrid on July 20, 2018, was met with a mix of excitement and skepticism. Perez's grand welcome for the then 18-year-old, calling him one of the best emerging talents set to make a lasting impact, was a bold statement. This was especially notable as it came just 10 days after Cristiano Ronaldo had left for Juventus in a €117 million deal. Cristiano, at 33, had asked for a contract raise after a historic Champions League treble, highlighting that Messi's 2017 contract nearly doubled his earnings. Fans feared for Madrid's future without Ronaldo, and were doubtful about replacing him with an unproven teenager like Vinicius. Real Madrid, known as the Galacticos team with legends like Zidane, Ronaldo, Beckham, and later Cristiano, Ramos, and Marcelo, had high standards. Perez had initially focused more on the media image of players rather than their on-field performance, leading to failures in his first tenure from 2000 to 2006. However, his return in 2009 saw the establishment of the second Galacticos project, balancing media appeal with sporting success. Fans wondered why Perez would risk his successful project by prioritizing a young, inexperienced player over a proven star. Perez understood that the club's name and legacy should not be compromised for any player, a stark contrast to Barcelona's Bartomeu, who had given Messi a massive contract in 2017. To understand why Perez shifted his approach to player media images, we must look back to 2005. Imagine this scene. A Brazilian father and his son, Junior, are invited to Real Madrid for a 3-week stay, fully paid for by the royal club itself. The boy's name is Neymar Jr. Young Neymar even meets legends like Ronaldo, Zidane, and Robinho during his training at the Real Madrid Academy. The trip seemed like the perfect stepping stone for Neymar to follow in Robinho's footsteps and eventually join Real Madrid. Real Madrid had set everything up for the family's move. Housing, employment for Neymar's father, and education, all hanging on one crucial signing. But for Neymar's family, the risks were high. Leaving Brazil for Spain was a massive gamble for a 13-year-old. What if he got injured? What would become of the family then? Choosing safety over uncertainty, Neymar's family decided to stick with Santos. Santos, too, rallied to keep their prodigy, launching a campaign to match Real Madrid's financial offer. Yet, Madrid wasn't ready to give up. They tried again in 2009, sending lawyers to negotiate with Neymar's agent Wagner Ribeiro. But after 11 days of talks, they came up empty-handed. Madrid's persistence didn't end in 2009. They made another attempt in May 2013, only to face rejection once more. And then, the shock came. A few days later, Neymar signed with Barcelona, leaving Real Madrid and its president Florentino Perez reeling. Losing Neymar to their arch-rivals was a bitter pill, especially for a club and president known for winning transfer battles. Florentino Perez is no ordinary club president. His vision of the Galacticos transformed Real Madrid in football, turning the sport into a lucrative industry. His strategy attracted wealthy investors into football, such as Roman Abramovich with Chelsea in 2003, the Abu Dhabi Group with Manchester City in 2008, and Qatar Sports Investments with Paris Saint-Germain in 2011. Most recently, the Saudi investment fund acquired Newcastle. However, the influx of money into football complicated things for Perez. His unique selling point, the financial muscle of Real Madrid, was no longer unique. Losing Neymar was a wake-up call. Perez understood that players sought more than just a paycheck. They wanted to achieve championships and titles. In a world where player prices soared, thanks in part to a market Madrid helped create, money alone couldn't secure top talent. The idea of joining Real Madrid had to offer something more, a stronger motive, a promise of glory and honor. This realization marked the beginning of a new era for Real Madrid, focused on purchasing talent and inspiring it. When Florentino Perez returned as president of Real Madrid in 2009, he shifted his focus to discovering young talents. By 2013, he appointed Juni Calvet as a scout in South America. Born and raised in Sao Paulo, Brazil, Calvet's fluency in Portuguese made it easier for him to connect with players' families and earn their trust. Calvet excelled in his role, finding gems like Vinicius Jr, Rodrigo, and Eder Militao. He even ventured beyond Brazil, bringing in talents such as Federico Valverde from Uruguay and European prospects like Brahim Diaz, Martin Odegaard, Eduardo Camavinga, and Aurelien Tchouameni. However, the youth policy isn't without risks. Take Vinicius Jr.'s early days at Real Madrid. Despite his confidence, speed, and dribbling skills, his first season showed fluctuating performance levels. In the 2018-19 season, he managed only 3 goals and 12 assists. The following season saw a slight improvement with 5 goals and 4 assists. Replacing a player who used to score 40-50 goals per season was a tall order. Real Madrid had a solution for this: their loan policy. This approach helped manage the transition of young talents. A prime example is Martin Odegaard, who was bought at 17 for €4 million. With competition from stars like Modric, Kroos, and Casemiro, Odegaard was loaned out to various clubs. He was eventually sold to Arsenal for €35 million after 5 years. Some argue that Vinicius and Rodrigo could have benefited from similar loans, yet facing the pressure of playing for one of Europe's top clubs and contending with emerging stars like Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius elevated his game. By his 3rd season, he helped Real Madrid win the Champions League, La Liga, and the Spanish Super Cup, scoring 22 goals and providing 20 assists. He scored the decisive goal in the Champions League final, solidifying his status as one of the world's best players. This trend continued into the 2023-24 season. Vinicius delivered outstanding performances in both the Spanish League and the Champions League. His most memorable moment came when he scored a crucial goal against German side Dortmund in the Champions League, further cementing his reputation as a top-tier player. Perez's strategy to focus on youth talent has paid off, with Vinicius proving that the next superstar might already be wearing the white of Real Madrid. Vinicius Jr. experienced a pivotal moment that changed his career trajectory after achieving peak athletic performance with Real Madrid. Despite having his best season with the team and being a standout at the Qatar World Cup, Vinicius felt neglected by his sponsor, Nike. The company failed to provide him with new shoes for the World Cup and excluded him from their pre-tournament advertising campaigns. Consequently, he had to play in an old pair of cleats from the Champions League final, making him feel like a second-tier player. This series of events made Vinicius realize that, despite his talents, he wasn't yet considered a true star. Unlike his high-profile teammates Benzema, Modric, and Kroos, who had strong media presences, Vinicius felt overshadowed. His focus was solely on the game, not on building a public persona. Vinicius' business manager, Lucas Monteiro, who discovered him, mentioned in an interview with Marca that Vinicius is exceptionally dedicated to his professional career. He never cared about money or partying, focusing instead on his performance on the field. However, the neglect from Nike made Vinicius understand that being a world-class player involves more than just skills. It requires a strong media presence as well. The situation escalated when Vinicius filed a lawsuit to dissolve his partnership with Nike. But the most significant shock came during a match between Real Madrid and Valencia, where Vinicius faced racial abuse from Valencia fans. The incident, which left him in tears, highlighted the harsh realities and additional challenges he must overcome to be recognized as a global football star. Vinicius Jr. has faced many challenges off the field. His agent, TFM, should have managed these issues better for a star of his caliber. TFM, a Brazilian company founded by Frederico Pena, specializes in discovering Brazilian talents and exporting them abroad. It represents about 80 players, including Arsenal's Gabriel Martinelli and Real Madrid's new star Endrick. Remember when we said Jay-Z would elevate Vinicius to galactico status? Jay-Z, who is worth an estimated $2.5 billion according to Forbes. What's the connection between this rapper and Vinicius? Is more than just a rapper. He's a smart investor and businessman who owns Roc Nation, a multifaceted entertainment company founded in 2008. Roc Nation operates in music, film and sports, representing athletes in basketball, American football, rugby, baseball, and soccer. Some of their notable soccer clients include Kevin De Bruyne. Now, they represent Vinicius, Gabriel Martinelli, and Endrick. In July 2023, Roc Nation acquired TFM, expanding its influence in one of the most important youth markets in football. Michael Yormark, head of Roc Nation Sports, emphasized the importance of the Brazilian market for talent acquisition. By acquiring TFM, Roc Nation now represents 120 football players, up from 40 with a strong focus on the Brazilian market. The big question is, how will Jay-Z and Roc Nation help Vinicius become a galactico? Jay-Z is not just a businessman, his influence extends beyond business. With 55 awards, including 24 Grammy Awards, he has had a significant impact on society, especially the African American community. The incident involving Vinicius against Valencia attracted global attention, even from CNN. Following Vinicius' Instagram photo with Jay-Z on May 29 and the subsequent Roc Nation TFM acquisition in July, Vinicius was frequently seen with American sports stars like LeBron James and Colin Kaepernick. Vinicius shared his special moments on Instagram, including his meeting with Kaepernick, inviting followers to watch Netflix's series about Kaepernick's fight against discrimination. These actions from the African American community, influenced by Jay-Z, undoubtedly contributed to Vinicius receiving the Socrates Award. This award honors players who have made significant contributions to charitable work and is presented by France Football Magazine, the body responsible for the Ballon d'Or Awards. Vinicius' charitable work is not new. Since 2021, his foundation, Vinicius Jr, has aimed to help Brazilian children access education, believing it is key to a better life. At just 21, Vinicius has taken on this great responsibility, and Jay-Z's guidance has been instrumental in his efforts. After his stand-up performance at the party, Vinicius Jr. sealed a new 4-year contract with Real Madrid on October 31, just a day later. This marked another milestone for the Brazilian star, who didn't stop there. In November, Roc Nation negotiated with Nike to renew his contract after Vinicius had filed a lawsuit seeking to break it due to feeling underappreciated during the World Cup and Champions League. Thanks to Jay-Z and his team, Vinicius secured a new deal that positioned him as a major face of Nike in South America and worldwide. This agreement focused more on marketing than financial compensation, enhancing Vinicius's global image. In another significant achievement, UNESCO appointed Vinicius as a Goodwill Ambassador for Education, recognizing his efforts through his charitable foundation. Vinicius shared this honor with his followers on Instagram, expressing his pride in receiving such a title at just 23 years old. Adding to his accolades, Netflix plans to release a documentary about Vinicius in 2025, highlighting his life story and significant moments like the discrimination he faced at Valencia's stadium. During his final match at Valencia's stadium, Netflix sought permission to film, aiming to capture a pivotal scene for the documentary. However, Valencia's management denied the request, fearing potential harm to the club's image. The decision sparked outrage among Valencia fans, who protested against Netflix and Real Madrid. Despite the tension, Valencia scored 2 goals in the first half. Vinicius saw his opportunity to make a statement. After scoring his first goal, he raised his fist, a gesture symbolizing the Black Lives Matter movement and the fight against discrimination. This powerful act resonated deeply, linking back to the historic Black Power salute at the 1968 Olympics by Tommy Smith and John Carlos. In summary, Vinicius Jr.'s journey is a testament to his talent, resilience, and influence both in sports and society. His story continues to inspire and make headlines, promising an exciting future for the young footballer.